The American dream. It used to feel so simple, so achievable. Work hard, build your skills, earn a stable living, buy a home, raise a family, and watch your life slowly, steadily move forward. It was never about getting rich overnight. It was about security, dignity, and a sense of progress. But today, for so many, that dream feels strangely empty. It's not because people stopped working hard. It's because the system, the very foundation of that dream, quietly changed underneath them. And that change has a name: financialization. So what is that? Well, in simple terms, it means money stopped flowing mainly into making things like factories, products, and new inventions started flowing into managing money itself. Over time, actual production and the workers who made it happen took a back seat. Stocks, debt, and complex financial engineering took the driver's seat. Profit became less about creating real value and more about moving numbers on a spreadsheet. This didn't happen all at once. It was a slow, gradual shift, almost unnoticed. In the past, companies made money by building better products, paying their workers a fair wage, and growing organically over time. Today, many big companies make more money from stock buybacks, aggressive cost-cutting, and debt strategies than they do from genuine innovation. Wages became an expense to be minimized, not an investment in people. Jobs became less stable, while executive pay and shareholder returns exploded. The company as an entity survived, even thrived, but the worker was often left behind. Housing followed the exact same path. A home used to be a place to live, a cornerstone of family life. Now it's treated primarily as a financial asset. Big investment firms buy up thousands of houses, driving prices higher and faster than wages can ever keep up. Home ownership slips further and further out of reach for working families. For many, rent becomes a permanent reality, making it incredibly hard to save. The very foundation of the American dream begins to crack when shelter turns into speculation. Education changed to It was once seen as a clear path to opportunity. Now, for millions, it's a path that starts adult life with a mountain of debt. Students are forced to borrow heavily for degrees, hoping for a better future. But the wages they find after graduation often fail to keep up. That debt follows them for decades, limiting their choices, delaying their ability to start a family, and turning ambition into a stressful monthly obligation. The dream becomes a payment plan. Financialization also fundamentally changed who carries the risk. In the old system, companies carried most of the risk. Today, individuals do it. Stable pensions were replaced with 401k plans that you have to manage yourself. Job security all but disappeared. Healthcare became tied to your employer, making a job loss a potential health crisis. People were told to become expert financial managers overnight on their own, and if something goes wrong, the blame shifts to the individual, not the system that created the instability. This is why so many people feel anxious, even though they're working harder than ever. The system now rewards capital more than labor. It rewards owning assets more than putting in the effort. Productivity keeps rising, but our sense of security keeps falling. The economy grows on paper, but stability disappears from our real lives. The dream looks alive in the headlines, but it feels hollow at the kitchen table. But understanding this is the first step, because once you see this shift, you can stop blaming yourself. The problem was never your work ethic. It was a change in the structure, a change in the rules of the game. Financialization reshaped the economy, and most of us were never taught how to play in this new arena. But awareness creates options, even in a distorted system. The American dream wasn't destroyed by a lack of effort. It was hollowed out by a system that began to value money more than people. In a world shaped by finance, survival depends on understanding how capital moves, not just on how hard you work. Those who learn this early can stop chasing an outdated dream and start building real security on their own terms. Because when the rules of the game change, wisdom becomes more powerful than hope. Thanks for watching.